Getting started at 5:30 in the morning out of the Dahlgren backpacking campsite. I was there with just a couple of young ladies when we started, but didn't take long for the entire campground to fill up with tents. And people were noisy until 9. I had to use earplugs in a campsite to get sleep. And there were some epic snorers as well. But those are small problems and have to be dealt with the number of people on the trail. So we've got some sad news. In previous videos, I mentioned a hiker named Epic. I'm gonna guess he was late 60s, early 70s. And he's the one who spotted the copperhead on the trail ahead of me. And we ended up at 2 or 3 shelters together in the evening, talking over dinner, and passed each other on the trail back and forth because we had roughly the same pace. Well, another hiker I'd met, Strider, he walked up to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy where I got my picture taken, and he saw Epic apparently asleep on the steps. But when a couple people tried to rouse him, he had no pulse and no breathing. And evidently he made it to the steps to wait for his picture at 20 after 8 in the morning and passed away on the steps. So a number of us were trying to settle with that occurrence last night as we went to sleep. Makes you appreciate every day and makes you really want to listen to your body and make sure you're taking care of yourself. I don't know what the cause of death was, but we lost a fellow hiker, and that's sad. Okay, so we've got to move on in life as on the trail, and so today we do the same. Well, we've had a little climb here, and it's not even 6 o'clock, and I'm mopping sweat off my brow, so tells you about the temperature and humidity. One of the exciting things this morning is we're going to see the original Washington Monument. It was built 60 years before the one in Washington, D.C., and that's a piece of history. Not many people are going to go and see that, but maybe we should. So we'll go take a look at that early on this morning. It's only a couple miles up trail. Rock staircase is impressive. I bet it goes on for almost, well, over between a mile and 2 miles. This trail's a little rocky in this section. So, according to the signs, we're on the last 10 miles of Maryland to the Pennsylvania border. And that'll be pretty close to where we're going, so we'll see how close we get to the border. It'll be either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. I wish I could describe the smell right now. There's a breeze blowing up here, and it smells like ripe peaches. It's really nice. Passing a lot of old stone wall remnants that are mostly collapsed, but this one is a really nice together remnant. Shows how much people were farming and corralling animals up here back in the day. Okay, well, we're almost to much needed water, where we will drink a lot bordering on too much. Okay, just got reloaded on water, including electrolytes, and had a big meal replacement bar. So the target campsite for tonight is in 8 miles. And just before that, at 7.4, we'll cross the Maryland-Pennsylvania border, which is the Mason-Dixon line. So one more milestone, and we should be getting to camp about 6 o'clock. That was the last steep, big climb today. Very rocky up out of the creek valley. And now cruise along the ridgetop for a while and then drop down to the campsite. It's pretty up here. Yeah, so this descent has been pretty steep and rocky, and you do have to kind of find your way. So it looks like the last 4 miles of the day have been and will be just walking through this. So there were some interesting moments back there where there was no trail to be found. You could see white leaves on the tree next to you, so you try to extrapolate line of sight. Like, if I was coming the other way, I'd need to see that, so where am I coming from? And you'd eventually find your way back through the rocks to where you're supposed to go, but sometimes there was no like evident trail. It was just a bunch of rocks. Find your way through. I'm so happy that I'm not walking over large rocks anymore. Whew. There was one flat spot in the entire place, and I found it. It's 5:45, and the Serenity Shuttle has landed trail mile 1068 for a 24.2 mile day. Long day, but we needed to do it so that we could set ourselves up for just 17 miles into the hostel tomorrow. Last part of the hike was a little bouldery, rocky, and frustrating, but we made it through. Got to see a couple of snakes, Got to see the original Washington Monument. Got to see all kinds of pretty stuff. Thanks for hiking with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible. That makes us mighty.